eatreview.com.
And we are here, yes. Welcome to the weekly show with Chuck.
And Bonnie.
So, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I actually got an extra day off.
Got an extra day,
Yes.
so you enjoyed yourself. What'd you do besides get sunburnt?
I went on the boat and got sunburnt, and then we went for a bike ride.
And got burnt?
I didn't get burnt on the bike ride. It was evening.
No?
No.
So it was good? Did you get all rejuvenated?
No, I came back more tired.
Came back more tired. See, because that's what happens. Take time off, and that's what happens. You get more tired. Got to live hard and work hard too, right?
Yes.
It's one of those things. So today on the weekly show, tell us, what do we have?
Well, I thought we would talk a little bit about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge stuff, and a little more update on Robin Williams and what's happening and the comments and all that kind of thing.
Since we talked about Robin Williams last week.
Yes. And then, of course, we've got the obligatory stupid news.
That's right.
The stupidity in the world.
Okay, so up first is the Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, this one obviously is called the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and it's an activity involving dumping a bucket of ice water on one's head or donating to the ALS Association in the United States. It went viral through social media during the Northern Hemisphere summer of 2014. So now, ALS, can you give us a little insight into what it is?
Well, I don't know exactly what ALS stands for, but I do know that it's also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
Right.
And it is a disease that attacks the nervous system, and it basically what it does is it kills off something that sends a signal from your brain to your nerve endings. And basically, what in very, very layman's terms, it gets in the way of your breathing, your speech, your motion, basically everything, and you become this paralyzed vegetable. Here we go. Apparently, it stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
I was going to tell you that.
Oof.
But I didn't know how to say the amyotrophic.
Amyotrophic.
That's a tough one.
That's one of the few actual medical words I can say. I don't know why I was able to say that one, but apparently it's a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. So it's kind of close.
Yeah.
On what it does. And basically, for lack of a better way of saying it, it takes this normal person and in a very short period of time makes them a vegetable.
Depending on
it's
the people.
It's a horrible, horrible thing. I know there's people that have had it for a considerable amount of time and have managed to last a little longer, but for the most part, it's pretty short in how fast it does it. And, it's awful. It's actually fatal.
Yeah, I know that's the sad part about it. And you know what? I don't think they've really made any great strides in achieving something towards this.
Well, from what I understand,
moving towards a solution or I don't know, cure is a far-fetched thing right now, but something.
Well, they don't, not only do they not have a cure, they don't even know where it comes from. So how do you fix it if you don't know?
Where it's coming from,
Yeah.
and how people get it.
They basically barely even know what it is my understanding of it, you know. So no, there's really nothing. But the ALS Foundation has raised, I'm not sure how much it is, but I know it's in the multiple millions now
Right.
because of this challenge that's gone viral. They've reached, wow, 31.5 million. That's amazing.
You know, and I'd like to think that with that kind of money, they'd be able to do something, you know?
Well, we can hope. Apparently, in last year, between July 29th and August 20th, they raised 1.9 million last year. This
Right.
year, between the 29th and August 20th, 31.5 million because of this
The
ice bucket challenge. Yes.
Well, you know, I always said this. I know it's, I guess, fun to take the ice bucket challenge and then challenge other people and stuff, but ironically, I don't know if ironically is the word, but wouldn't you just want to, I'm not going to do the challenge, I'm giving the money. I mean,
think
isn't that the idea?
I think a lot of people
I
are
mean-
doing it because it's fun to do it.
Yeah, you dumping ice on yourself, it's not helping the cause, really.
No, but I think a lot of people are probably giving also. I
You think
they-
they're doing that? They're dumping the ice and giving the money? I know that one of our students, he did. He showed the letter. He goes, by the way, I gave $100, and just for you guys that wanted to see me dump ice on myself, bloop, there's some ice.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are doing that. I mean, obviously they must be. 637,000 new donors to the
Right.
association this year alone. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are going, okay, yeah, you know, I want to do it because it's fun, and I want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing with the ice bucket, and you know, have some fun, and you know, make a fool of myself a little bit, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, they're also giving. So, it's not a waste of time.
Now, some of the earliest symptoms of ALS are obvious weakness and swallowing, cramping, stiffness that affects muscles, affecting an arm or leg with the weakness, slud or like a nasal speech.
Shortness of breath, difficulty breathing and swallowing.
Seem to have that every day. You know, it's hard to tell because a lot of the symptoms are similar of other things too, right?
Yeah, I
They're
guess
all
so.
very similar, but yeah. I'm guessing there's a blood test that they do
I have
to
no
find
idea.
out. I mean, is that really what the
I honestly don't know on that one.
the first symptoms apparently in the arms or legs? Patients with a leg onset form may experience awkwardness when walking or running, or notice that they are tripping or stumbling, often with a dropped foot which drags gently along the ground. The arm onset patients may experience difficulty with tasks requiring manual dexterity, such as buttoning a shirt, writing, or turning a key in a lock. So, yeah, it's a bad thing. Now we don't know anybody personally, but here on Long Island there's Chris Pendergast that does a ride every year, and he has ALS, and he's been doing this ride for quite a while. So, and I think his ride. How far is his ride? Isn't it? It's a pretty huge ride, I believe.
Honestly, I don't know. I thought there
Well,
was
he's-
somebody that did a around Long Island kind of thing.
There's all these types of different ones. Yeah, I mean, Chris Pendergast is 17th Ride for Life that he's done, and he's from Miller Place. He's right out here by our studios, and he participates in a Ride for Life. He has a motorized wheelchair, but he wants to raise awareness about it, and it's a 12-day long ride. Yeah, they start in East Hampton and we continue through Nassau and Suffolk and end in Manhattan in a 12-day ride.
Wow.
To raise awareness. He does it every year. So now I understand that we're going to get your sister on the phone. You're going to give her a call? Does Matt have the number?
No, he does not. I didn't. No, there's a piece of me that wants to pretend I never even saw it.
Really?
Yes.
Just pretend.
Just send the check.
Just send the check. Where
Yes.
did you see this?
On Facebook. Where else are you going to
Ah.
see it?
Got to see it on Facebook. Okay. So now what happened? So you don't even want to say. So what happened?
We were both nominated.
No, you were nominated.
No, you were
No,
nominated.
you were nominated.
We were both nominated. So now we have to dump ice on each other.
Can the ice be wrapped around Jack Daniels?
Well, you're supposed to dump it over your head. Are you really going to waste that much Jack Daniels?
I'll just pour it into my mouth. I mean, it's an ice bucket challenge. Doesn't say anything about water. Could be Jack Daniels, couldn't it?
I guess.
No.
No. I don't think so. I know Matt got nominated. Did Matt do his ice bucket challenge? I didn't think so. He's got a big plan, he says.
Got 24 hours.
He's well over his 24 hours. Yeah, that's expired and renewed and expired and
So
renewed
who
and
challenged
expired.
you? Was it Charlie Sheehan? Is he the one that challenged you?
My brother challenged me, but I feel like I shouldn't accept if he was intoxicated, because then I don't feel like his intentions were pure.
Okay.
But you decided to give
Do I
the
have any votes on that
$10,000 to
Hmm?
Do I
ALS
get any
anyway.
votes on that one? If he's intoxicated, it doesn't
I don't know if it
count?
matters.
No, it counts.
Oh, darn.
No, it counts.
No, I have a big plan for it. I'm watching all the fails and trying
Yeah.
to learn from those on what not to do.
Yeah, no, I think you got to be careful with that because
Yeah, a lot of people are taking it to the extreme and, getting dents in their skulls from
Yes.
yeah, some people are getting hurt.
Yeah.
My favorite are the ones where they dump it on somebody else, but instead they slip and dump it on themselves.
All of themselves.
I
That's
love
amazing.
those.
The kids that don't realize how heavy the bucket of water is, they go to pick it up and they fall backwards with it.
And
Yeah.
girls, stop doing it in bikinis. That's a lot of pressure of water. You're going to lose your top.
Yes. Yeah, apparently that's happened a few times as well.
Oh yeah. Send your videos.
They're all over Facebook. Yeah, so I think we're going to miss the deadline.
Really? When did this happen? I just heard about it.
24 hours. You have 24 hours to get it done.
I just heard about it a little while ago.
Yeah, I know. But that means we have it until tomorrow afternoon to get it done.
You want to shock everybody? I'll hop into the shower tomorrow morning in my skivvies. That'll pretty
thank
much
you.
straighten out this whole ice bucket challenge thing. I'm thinking,
Oh, my goodness.
there you go.
What's that?
We'll do it in front of the radio van in the parking lot.
Okay.
Matt'll dump a bucket of fairies on me. A bunch of gay guys will come in and I go, "Ooh, ooh, I'm cold, I'm cold." How funny would that be? Got to come up with something good.
Yeah, we definitely have to come up with something. So I think we're going to miss the deadline, but we'll do it sometime
We're
over the
gonna
weekend.
miss the deadline, but we're going to do it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And if Matt can miss the deadline and do it, then we can as well.
It doesn't matter. We're going to give the money. I mean, that's ultimately what it. How much did you give Matt? 10 G's? All right, so Matt gave 10 G's. We'll have to do $100.
Okay. Right.
Or something.
Yeah. Well, there have been some actually really good videos. I mean, did you see the George Bush one, Matt? That one was good. He said that he was going to give a check because it was not presidential.
I thought it was interesting, though, because Laura Bush was the one who dumped it on him.
Uh-huh.
She wanted the check.
Right. Well, no, she said the check is from me.
Oh, I thought she said for me.
No, she said it's from me. I don't want to mess up my hair.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And the Charlie
Aha.
Sheen one was good. I liked his.
I didn't see his.
Oh, it was very good. He took the pot and he dumped it over his head and all money fell out of it instead of water. And he said, "What is this? It's $10,000. I'm giving all of this to ALS Foundation." And then he challenged Ashton Kutcher and a few other people to do the same exact thing, to give $10,000. I saw Ashton Kutcher's. He dumped ice water on his head. I don't know how much money he gave, but he definitely dumped ice water on his head.
I just saw one where Wanda Sykes tied down Brooke Shields and duct taped her mouth and was speaking on her behalf, and Brooke Shields was, playing the part of being kidnapped and whatever, and it was pretty hilarious. I mean, something like that's a little creative instead of just seeing somebody dunk water on their head.
Yeah.
But I don't like the people that are dunking water on their head and there's no ice. The whole point is ice.
Well, it's supposed to be cold.
Cold, but you don't know if it's cold or not.
Right.
And then I saw one today.
Besides giving you a nipple erection, is there really a purpose to that?
You know what it is? Because it shocks you into feeling ALS, I guess. I have no idea.
I think
I
it's
don't
because
think
it shocks you into screaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
just, you know what? It went viral for the reactions. That's
Right.
really what.
well, typically the origins of the idea of dumping cold water on one's head to raise money for a charity is unclear, but it's been attributed to multiple sources. During the winter of 2013, a challenge known as the Cold Water Challenge became popular on social media for cancer research, where people have to jump into cold water. Now, one of the other things that happened around here was to donate money to the burn center here in Long Island. Last winter, everybody was jumping in cold water, or you had to donate money to the burn center, which was,
Right, and that was started in the fire departments.
the fire departments, yeah.
Apparently, there's another new one that's just starting that I don't know if it's going to catch on, but it's
Deposit money into Chuck's bank account?
That would be great.
That I think that's a big one. I think you guys start spreading the news on Facebook for that one.
No, this one is, I think they're calling it Mrs. Doubtfire face or something. It's basically a pie to the face kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you have to say hello? Like Robin Williams did?
I don't
You
know.
have to do that?
I don't know anything more about it other than that.
Oh, okay. A pie to the face.
Yes.
Just so you can look silly.
Well, what's
I'm telling you, picture me in my skivvies in the shower tomorrow morning. That'll straighten this whole thing right out.
no, thank you. So,
Yeah, so let's go to Rick Eberly
okay,
with this week and last week, and
and then we'll be back.
then we'll be back.
Thanks, Chuck. Hey, I'm Rick Eberly, and this is This Week and Next Week in Entertainment on Long Island. Tonight, Wednesday, August 20th, Power Man 5000 with Head PE. If you're into metal, hard rock, this is the show for you. At the Emporium in Patchogue, doors at 7, show at 8 p.m. This is a bikini contest sponsored by my old friends at 94.3 The Shark Radio. You should get there early. All right, it's going to be a great show. Tomorrow night, Thursday, August 21st, at the new lounge at the Space in Westbury, a band called Sonic Bliss. It's a show that's free admission. They're doing this every Thursday now. It's 21 and over there. Friday night, we have Us and Floyd, which is a Pink Floyd tribute featuring a crazy light show by 3D Light Gods. That's also at the Emporium. That show is going to be around 9 p.m. Anything you need at the Emporium, it's theemporiumny.com. On Saturday night, you got Howard Jones and the Thompson Twins. They're coming to the Penny Saver Amphitheater. It's the 80s retro Futura show. It's also starring Katrina and the Waves. So it looks like WLIR all over again. Love those days. Then next week, all right, we got Tuesday, August 26th. The immortal Cheap Trick is going to be at the Paramount in Huntington. And you can actually win tickets to that show by visiting inravio.com and clicking our contest tab. I want you to enter that contest. I know. I had to throw in a bad pun, all right? Wednesday, August 27th, we have the London Choir Boys with Street Life Circus, Grimjack, Heartless Devils, and others. That's at Revolution in Amityville, all right? That show is going to be at 7 p.m. for doors. Get there by 10, 9 o'clock, you'll be fine. RevolutionLI.com for the info. Thursday, Ahmad Ali Band is back at the lounge at the Space. I really like that place. Friday, August 29th, Penny Saver again has the country star Kip Moore and Friends. For that place, you need pennysaveramp.com for tickets. Obviously, there are a ton more things happening all over the place. You can visit my Facebook page at facebook.com/RickEberlyPR or visit my website, rickeberly.com. I also take suggestions, hate tweets, and other comments to Twitter at Rick Eberly. So get at me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rick. So, that's funny. Hate tweets.
Yeah, that was entertaining.
Send me all your hate tweets. All right, so we'll be back right after this message. Stick around.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Chris Less Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural.
And organic.
But strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
And we are back. Welcome to the weekly show. I'm Chuck, and this is Bonnie.
Hello.
So, again, you wanted to talk a little bit more about the Robin Williams thing because there's been some stuff that's come to light, I guess, since last week, since we had it on the show.
Yeah, I don't really want to do it, but it's almost like a rant. It's
A rant?
Yeah, well, there was a post today.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure when it happened because I don't watch David Letterman, but apparently he did a 10-minute tribute to Robin Williams, and he talked about how great Robin was and how long they've known each other and that they were good friends and blah, blah, blah. They've known each other 38 years. And he went through this whole big thing for 10 minutes about him, and he showed this nice little video and blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of it, he said that he didn't know. He said, I had no idea the man was in pain. I had no idea the man was suffering. And my thought was, this is someone you're calling a friend for 38 years, and you have no idea that there's a problem. You may not know that he's depressed. You may not know that he's suicidal, but you have no idea about anything. And my thought on this, when I saw this, first I'm thinking, well, this is a really nice tribute, et cetera, et cetera. And then I thought, my God, what a horrible friend he was. This is a man who, if I were him, I would be embarrassed to say that I was Robin's friend. I wouldn't come forth and say I was his friend. I knew him and I feel really bad that I didn't catch this or something like that. But there's no way that I would say I was his friend.
Well, I think there's different friends. Rick Eberly and I are friends, but at the same token, I probably wouldn't pick up if he had some issues going on. I'm not that close to him, so there's different closenesses of friends.
Yeah, but have you known Robin? Have you known Rick for 38 years?
No, I haven't known Rick for 38 years. No, can't say that. So
that's my point. Mm-hmm. He went through this whole thing and talking about how good of friends they were. And Robin got him on Mork and Mindy. There was no reason for Letterman to be on that show. But because he was trying to break into the business, he was trying to do something, Robin got him in. Mm-hmm. He helped him. He was a better friend to him. And then he just,
Well, I think everybody's got their, I think it's all good. I don't think it's meant in a bad way.
No, I don't think it was meant in a bad way. I don't know, maybe I take it more personally. Maybe I take friendship more personally. I don't know. When he died, I felt bad that I couldn't do anything to save him. And I've never met him.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of people we are. We like to help people. That's what we do. Mm. It's just one of the things, that's the kind of cloth we're cut from. That's what we do. We do a lot of things to help people, whatever it is. We're always out there helping people. This is the kind of stuff we like to do that, makes us feel good because we're helping other people. We want them to see a smile on their face. So we do a lot of that stuff. One of the people we haven't heard from was Billy Crystal, and I talked about this last week. Mm-hmm. Now, Billy is going to do a tribute to Robin on Monday, 66 Primetime Emmy Awards this year. He announced this morning that Crystal was the obvious choice.
Yeah.
He and Whoopi Goldberg, having teamed up several times with Williams in hosting comic relief specials and raising money to help the homeless. So in today's announcement, Mincher also said that Sarah Barteles will perform during the ceremony in memorandum. So, that's one person I can't even imagine. I understand that Billy was very, very close to Robin. They were very close friends, so I can't even imagine what he's going through.
Right.
It's just a shame for everybody that saw his and loved his work and whatnot, but, I can't imagine. That's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one. And I'm sure Billy probably feels, I'm sure he didn't know anything about it either. But I'm sure he feels really bad. I can't even imagine. So, thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. It's a tough one to deal with. I mean, I heard that there was a video that Robin sent out just before.
I heard, and I did not get to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true either.
I don't know if it's true either.
Well, I had heard that he'd sent a video.
To a cancer patient.
Well, there were a couple of different ones that
Was there?
supposedly he did just before. Yes, I don't know how true most of them are. You know, I mean, a lot of people are creating their own things and saying whatever they want to say. In this, you know, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, it is the Daily News. They did do a piece on it. Robin Williams sent a caring video message to a New Zealand woman with terminal cancer fulfilling a wish on her bucket list. Friends of Vivian Waller, 21, reached out to Williams earlier this year to inform him of her desire to meet the actor. He responded with a short clip emailed to her family. It was yet another generous act for Williams, who has been dubbed the comic Mother Teresa. After being diagnosed with cancer in January, Waller created a bucket list that included meeting Williams. So he sent out a video.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
But supposedly there was one that he made like hours before. I don't know if it's true or not, and I didn't get to see it. I don't know. There's a piece of me that doesn't want to see that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's one of the issues too. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll take a break. We'll come back with some more stupid news.
Yes, we have some stupid news. We'll actually bring up this party now.
Okay. Try to get you ready, get you over the hump.
Yes.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Yeah, just wanted to quickly say I had two of my sons here with me today in the studio. We got Robert and we got Jonathan. Say hi, guys. Hi. And obviously love to my wife Jessica and little Eric back at home. Thanks.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks, Rick. It's nice to see you kids come in. That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of cuties.
Yeah, that's right. So, time for stupid news.
It's time for stupid news. So, believe it or not, a man who did not want to go through with getting married, in order to get out of his engagement, he faked his own death.
Really?
Really.
I could see that happening.
And apparently it was a long distance thing. She was in Britain or something, and he was here in the States. And what he did is he called her, pretending to be his own father, and told her that that he'd been suffering from depression and had thrown himself in front of a car.
Okay.
So I'm guessing, because the story just goes on to say, stunned, she called her would-be in-laws. Now, if the would-be father-in-law called her, then why would she call the would-be in-laws? So I'm thinking that he left a message, even worse. She calls back and gets the actual father-in-law to be, and he says, no, he's fine.
He's right here while talking. Yeah.
He says
Not
that...
well thought out.
No, not at all. She also learned that the venue where they were supposed to get married was never reserved. And he said that he's a terrible person, or that he's not a terrible person, whatever, but he just didn't know what else to do. I'm thinking call her up and say, I just can't do this.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't do this. For whatever reason, I can't.
Can't make it happen with this equipment I got.
Yeah. Lie to her or tell her you don't have the proper equipment. I don't know.
Something.
Tell her you died. What a dork.
Remarkable.
Yeah. And in Madison, Maine, a man who served a 48-hour sentence for drunken driving, he was going to booking.
Right.
Okay, which apparently he was bailed out, whatever, and then he went back for booking. He showed up in court wearing a T-shirt of himself in his mugshot. He wore his own mugshot as a T-shirt to his own booking.
Right. It cost him enough money just to piss off enough people at the courthouse. So how many years did he get?
Well, that it doesn't say.
And a couple extra?
But apparently below the picture, it says, sponsored by Bud Light and Somerset County Sheriff.
Great.
Yeah.
Nothing
This is what
like
he
it.
wears to his booking.
Welcome to life.
Yeah, the jail's compliance manager says there's no policy on what inmates can or cannot wear for booking photos. So he was within his rights. It was okay.
Yeah, it's just, come on.
But I'm thinking the judge isn't going to take you seriously.
No, he's going to give you trouble. Come on. He's going to look at you and go, yeah, this guy needs some jail time.
Yeah, he just doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't get it. Some people just don't get it, and some people will never get it.
Right.
That's just the kind of people we're dealing with. That's why if we didn't have these people, there'd be no
We'd only
stupid
have half a
news.
show.
That's right. Well, how about this one? Now, the Ukraine, the Russians are in the Ukraine is a whole big thing.
Correct.
But in the midst of all of this stuff that's going on in the Ukraine, yet another human Barbie emerges from the Ukraine.
Are you kidding me?
No.
In a poor country like that, there's people with enough money to go through the amount of surgeries required.
She's just 16,
Right.
and she claims she had no surgery.
Really?
She's 5'4". She has a 20-inch waist, 32F bra size, claims extreme Barbie proportions are not through surgery or Photoshop. She has a huge following online where she shares hundreds of pictures, and her name is, despite her age, her mother approves, even taking most of the photos. But Lolita wants to become a psychologist after she finishes school. So I'll put up the picture here so Matt can pop that up. But yeah, I mean, when you think about it, she looks like Barbie.
She doesn't look real.
She doesn't, right?
No. That's a lot of makeup.
I'm sure they got to do something to make that happen. Yeah, blow up doll.
Matt says he's a blow-up doll.
All right, give me half a dozen.
That's... I mean, she's very pretty.
Yeah, but she's,
Wow.
There's a couple other ones. Now this is, yeah, it's a big thing. Apparently this is huge. This is girls really want to be Barbie. I don't get it. Do you get it? Did you have that when you were a kid?
Did I want to be Barbie?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Would you? That wasn't the big. Ooh, I want to be like Barbie.
No, actually,
She was a role model for you.
no. But I can't totally say that I didn't follow in with that at all, because I had another doll that was
Was that the one that wets?
no. I had another fashion doll like Barbie. Her name was actually Darcy.
Darcy.
Yes, and she was bigger than the Barbie doll.
Was she the ghetto Barbie?
No.
Couldn't afford the Barbie. You got the Darcy doll.
No. Darcy was a totally different doll. She had dark hair. She had olive skin. She was not the the little blonde thing. And where Barbie is 9 inches tall, something like
Yeah.
that. Darcy, I think, was 11. She was a little bit bigger. And so everything about her was just a little bit bigger. And I don't know, I liked her better.
Did you?
Yeah.
Matt, did you see these other two? Here's my thing. She wants to be a psychologist. Is there any other reason you'd go to her as a psychologist besides than just to look at her? And could you take it seriously
No.
as a psychologist?
No.
If you're sitting there pouring your heart out to Barbie,
No.
Lolita, could you?
No. If she wanted to be a sex therapist, I could see it.
Barbie as a sex therapist?
Lolita as a sex therapist.
Lolita. Yeah.
I could see it, but no, I can't see pouring out my innermost turmoil
Right.
to her.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, doesn't fit. As a Barbie, you'd have to do something else.
But you don't know what she really looks like just every day. That is obviously heavily made up.
Right. Yeah,
In
I
her-
guess she could dress it down, right?
Yeah,
Not
in
be-
her
right.
normal everyday, I'm sure she doesn't look
True.
at anything like that. She had so much makeup on. There were no pores. There was no wrinkles. There's no lines to her face. There's no nothing. Well, I know she's 16, so she wouldn't have wrinkles, but there are expression marks to her face. There was nothing. It was just like this plastic.
Plastic look. Well, that's the
Yeah.
whole Barbie thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand it. So there's a new product apparently becoming popular in China.
Okay.
Chinese people are so weird.
A new product in China.
Yes, it's called the face kini.
A face kini.
Yes.
Ay caramba, okay. Oh, really? All right, I see where this is going already.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a face kini, and it's like a ski mask.
You're kidding.
No. And women all over China are wearing these things like nobody's business.
Can we get some of those with an Enravio logo on them?
Yeah,
I
sure,
can
they're cheap. What I understand, they cost about $2.50.
$2.50?
Yeah.
That's cheaper than a T-shirt. But I'll tell you what, there's a couple of those I could hand out right away.
Actually, the point is not to cover
What?
things.
Matt likes that. I won't throw those out. I'll physically just walk through the crowd and hand, yeah, you need one of these. Do me a favor. What color you like? Yeah, here's a pink one. Put this one on.
Apparently, there's a Paris version of yes.
Why is it a face kini when it's... Did it make face thingies? I mean, how does that work out? I mean,
I don't know where the name comes from. It doesn't look like any kind of bikini I've ever
That's
seen.
what I'm saying. It's like a expect to
I know.
Jason come out of the woodwork somewhere,
Exactly.
That's scary right there. I'm expecting the gun to come out. It's like, give me a dough.
Apparently, the reasoning behind it is in China, apparently the big deal is to not get a tan.
Oh, well, then that works.
Right. The idea is that a fairer skin kind of signifies wealth. Because if you have darker complexion, that means you're probably working outside all day. You're in the fields, the rice paddies, whatever, getting, your face all windblown.
If that's the case, then why have they got their arms and legs out? Why don't they just, isn't there a jumpsuit somewhere? They go, yeah. You're going to have one big tan, you're going to have a tan body with this one big white head on top of it.
I guess they could just wear sleeves. I don't know,
People
but
gonna
that's what they're saying.
People are going to come up to you and try to pop you to think you're a big zit.
Well, that's what they're saying, that they consider fair skin a sign of wealth and attractiveness.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good.
And the face
Stay
can
inside,
improve.
play video games. You invented them anyway, so you might as well just, use
Yeah.
them up.
Exactly.
Well, how about this? Now that the summer is over and school is starting up again, it's time for the torrent of ridiculous zero-tolerance suspensions and arrests to resume.
Okay.
Yeah, so Somerville High School in Somerville, South Carolina, is wasting no time. A 16-year-old student was arrested and suspended for writing a story in which he used a gun to kill a dinosaur.
Okay. Well, if he was able to find a dinosaur, then he can go ahead and kill it.
Well, it's a story. The student, Alex Stone, was assigned by a teacher to write a story about himself. Stone chose to embellish his story with the obviously fictional details like dinosaurs, but the teacher saw the word gun, and the rest is history.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to admit that I wasn't listening that closely when you started. He didn't pretend to shoot a dinosaur. He didn't pretend having a gun. He wrote the word gun.
He wrote a story, and in the story, the word gun appeared, and that's what the teacher saw, the word gun, and the rest is history. His status, he wrote a fictional story that involved the words gun and take care of business. And that was it.
And so he got suspended.
Yes. Well, that's where they're headed, exactly.
Oh, what is this world coming to?
The police were notified on Tuesday, so they're investigating.
Oh, my goodness.
Apparently, they arrested Stone and charged him with disorderly conduct. He was also suspended from school for a week.
Good God Almighty. Okay. This world is weird. It's really weird. Okay.
Well, it could be worse.
Yeah, how?
Well, last year, the suspension of a 7-year-old boy from a Maryland public school generated significant media attention. The boy's crime? He chewed a Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun.
Give that kid a prize,
And
because I don't think I could do it.
No, it's like 1, 2, 3 in a real gun. Right? Well, apparently into the shape of a gun, and reportedly made shooting gestures at other students. So the incident happened in the wake of the Sandy Hook shooting, and many people said administrators overreacted out of paranoid sensitivity to gun violence. But, yep. Nobody was ever shot to death by pastry, apparently.
No.
So, damn Pop-Tart.
Yeah, you couldn't even get enough jelly to squeeze out of that to stain your shirt.
Death by Pop-Tart. Laying there with a Pop-Tart hanging out of your mouth. That would be my story. Absolutely. Burger hanging out of my mouth. All right, so what else you got?
Okay, so a court in Naples has ordered a woman to take down photos posted on Facebook from her honeymoon after her husband complained.
Really?
Yes, her husband complained he didn't give permission for her to post those pictures. And it's possible she may have to pay damages
To the husband.
to the husband.
Was he dressed like a woman or something? What was the story going on there?
It doesn't give any indication that there was anything like that. It's just he didn't want these pictures put
That's
up.
almost as good as the wives going, I was just raped by my husband. Hello? How does that work out?
Well, that is possible, but this is different. It says a marital tiff ended up in court this week after a man complained that his wife of 10 years had put up photos of the couple on Facebook without his permission. The photos were taken during their honeymoon around a decade ago, include photos of the pair hugging and kissing. That's it. Nothing major. In her defense, the wife argued that the use of social network is now so advanced that we can consider a Facebook wall to be not unlike a private photo album. But the attorneys argued against that, saying that you cannot guarantee privacy on Facebook. And so she actually had to take it down.
Yeah, that winds up being one of those public domains, really. I mean, you're posting it out there for everybody to see. I mean, you know.
I don't know. I think
Everybody's
it's pretty
life
stupid.
is on Facebook. I don't think
I
that,
know, but come
it's a
on.
little too much, isn't it?
It's her honeymoon, too, for crying out loud.
Yeah. He should have blurred out his face.
Like people aren't going to know that it's him.
Well, come on. That's why it's called stupid news. Again, we wouldn't have any news. How about this? A man was arrested Tuesday after he purportedly hit his brother with a club in a homeless camp.
Really?
Yes, Little Rock police were dispatched around 3:20 p.m. to the Confederate Boulevard, where they made contact with Joseph Molden, 51, who had minor injuries to his right shoulder, left forearm, and one of his fingers. Apparently, he was carrying a 3.5-foot club made from a tree branch that had blood on it, on one end of it, police said. Apparently, they told police that his brother, 49, Roger, attacked him with the branch because he wouldn't help keep the homeless camp clean of his beer cans. So if you're in a homeless camp and you're around this guy, Joseph Molden, make sure you keep your beer cans cleaned up. Matt, just, FYI. Because,
you never know. You might get beat by a club.
This guy's got a 3.5-foot club.
I think that's called a shillelagh.
A shillelagh? That's called a lunatic is what that's called. You're in a homeless camp. How many beer cans could you possibly afford? It's like he's wading through a, sea of beer cans here.
You never know.
You never know. The money's got to go somewhere.
Yep.
He's probably got an Obama cell phone on him. All right, so in closing, you have anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it. So, hooray, you're stupid. Who does the award go to this week? What do you think?
I'm thinking the mugshot guy.
I would say.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Hooray, you're stupid. Yes.
So the award goes to Madison, Maine, the 19-year-old Bobby Burt.
Right. Who decided to put his own mugshot on a T-shirt and wear it to his sentencing, which I'm sure absolutely did not add any more time to your sentencing.
Nah.
Absolutely not.
He's in the clear.
He's in the clear.
All right.
So don't forget to check out our contest page because we have shows from the Paramount in Huntington, Long Island, the Emporium in Patchogue, Long Island, Revolution in Amityville, Long Island. So you can check out those contests and those different shows. You can sign up for them, tell your friends. You can like them on Facebook and send them over there, share them on Facebook. Okay, and if you want any other tickets, you can always go to ParamountNY.com to get more tickets for the Paramount. They have tons of cool shows there, as does the Emporium and Revolution in Amityville. So you can go to their respective websites, which you can get right from the contest page if you want to check out any of the other cool shows that they have at those venues. You want to give them tickets. Okay, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us on the weekly show with Chuck and Bonnie.
And come back at 10 o'clock for Nerdgasm.
Nerdgasm, right. Dave, who's he got on today? Toy Story they're talking about tonight on Nerdgasm?
Yes.
At 10 o'clock. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
See you later. Bye.
In review.